Me. I know there's a lot of great breakout sessions, so I'm honored that you came, and I'm excited to talk to you. Real quick, this is my family. I have 5 kids. My oldest is Austin, he's at OSU, and I've got Anna, Aaron, Abigail, and Amelia, and these 2 are here, so if you see them do something embarrassing, so love my family, and that's what I do most every day is be a mom, so that's my primary vocation. I'm going to tell you a little story about me. When I went to college, I was on an ROTC scholarship, which means that I graduated from college and I was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. And I went to officer basic course in Fort Worth, Georgia, and that was about 6 months long. And as that came to a close, they offered me the chance to go to airborne school. That means jump out of airplane school. And I was supposed to get married 4 weeks from when I graduated from officer basic course, and airborne school was 3 weeks, so I was like, oh, I got plenty of time. I was like, let's do it. So I went to airborne school. Airborne school was fun and hard. You gotta get up, you gotta run, and I'm kind of short, so I had to keep up with the guys, and I had drill sergeant yelling at me to run faster, run faster, run faster. We do PT in the morning, and then all day long, we would be practicing landing, because it's really important in the Army to know how to land when you come down to parachute. It's not like, have you guys seen the parachutes, the big and rectangular ones, and you see people just kind of pull their little strings and they come down and they just walk it out. You seen that? Yeah, that's not what it's like. Because when you're in the Army and you're in the air, you're a target, okay? So you're trying to get down fast. You don't want to be in the air any longer than you absolutely have to be. Of course, when you're at airborne school, I wasn't a target, no one was shooting at me, but you got to practice, right? So that you know what to do. So every day, all day, we're jumping off of something gradually higher, higher, and higher, and rolling it out to get our momentum out to land so you don't break your legs, which is what will happen if you don't land right. And considering I was getting married in 4 weeks, I thought probably be best not to break my legs. You're not getting married. So every single day, practice, practice, practice. Practice landing this way, practice landing this way. Just depending on which way the wind was carrying you, you had to know how to land. And so that's what we practiced. 2 weeks full of that. Running, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, practicing landing, practicing landing, practicing landing. 3rd week of airborne school is just jumping. Jump out of an airplane. 5 times, 5 days. And you get up in the morning and you go and you get your parachute on and they tighten that thing down and you're bent over like this, very uncomfortable. And you go sit in the bunker and you wait for your plane. You might wait 45 minutes if you have the first plane. You might wait 6 hours if you have the last plane. You don't know. You're just sitting there waiting to jump out. You get on the plane finally, and you're sitting in rows. Now, at airborne school, the Army, all things are, usable, okay? And so, when there's a woman there at airborne school, of course it's mostly men, they use you, in essence. You're the first to do everything, okay? Because why?
Ladies first.
They want to be like, she can do it, but then you do it.
Exactly. All these men, if they're scared, they'll push that down a little bit if they see a woman do it, okay? So everything we did, I'm first. So guess where I was in the airplane? Right by the door, right? Because I'm first. And it's windy, 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 loud, very chaotic in there. You can't hear anything. And the drill sergeants would yell at the top of their lungs, 10 minutes! And then we'd have to repeat back, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And there's this countdown. Chaos, very loud. Then it comes time to jump out of the airplane, and basically what they tell you is, just go out the door. Just step out and, don't even think about it. Because if you don't go, it's got to be person, 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 person. You got to be fast because everybody's got to land in this landing zone. They don't want anybody in the trees. So if you get up there and you pause, they just push you out with their boot, right? So I'm like, I'm not getting kicked out of the plane. I'm going. And so I went out and silence. I went from this chaos inside the plane to this absolutely beautiful view and just floating down. Of course, I took it in for a moment, and then I was like, oh my God, I don't want to break my legs. So then I started concentrating on what I needed to do to land. But it was awesome. It was peaceful. And why do I tell you that story? Have any of you ever made chocolate chip cookies?
Yes.
Yes. Did you leave room in the chocolate chip batter for your chocolate chips? Okay, how many of you do your own laundry? Okay. Do you, when you do your laundry, do you make sure you leave room in the washing machine for the laundry detergent? Yes. of you have ever gone camping and built a fire? Did you leave room in your backpack for the matches? Yes. Okay. So this is how I want you to think about leaving room for the Holy Spirit. Okay? It's essential. What was the most important thing about jumping out of that airplane? What was the most important thing that had to happen? Yeah, it had to fill with air, right? Because you can jump out with the parachute and still smack the ground, right? So the air is the most important part. Okay? So that's how I want you to think about leaving room for the Holy Spirit. You know, a lot of times in our life we think we have this big bubble of time, right? And for a lot of reasons that's true. We do. We only have so much time. And if we bring something in, something else is getting pushed out the other end. We can't do something else without not doing something. We lose sleep, we lose study time, we lose family time, whatever. Everything we bring in has to take up some time, okay? That's not how I want you to think about leaving room for the Holy Spirit, okay? The Holy Spirit in our relationships is absolutely essential. If you make chocolate chip cookies without the chocolate chips, what do you have? Not chocolate chip cookies, right? Okay, if you wash your laundry without detergent, what do you have? Wet, dirty clothes. Okay, and if you jump out of an airplane and you don't have air in your parachute, you're dead, right? We have to have the Holy Spirit. Essential. Okay. I need 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up here. You gotta be fast. Because I talk a lot. Okay, come over here. I need you to do something for me. Come where you can hear me and they can't. Okay, so charades. Go. Anybody can be first. Good. Good.
I want to play shirts.
Sass. Penny.
One.
All right, give them a round of applause. Okay, so they just came up here and they told us something without using their mouth, right? Their bodies spoke a language. Okay, that's called language of the body. Okay, so our bodies can say something without speaking. So if I'm sad, like what's your name?
Colin.
Like Colin was, right? I would look sad, right? And that would be a truth that my body is telling. I'm expressing with my body how I feel inside, right? Happiness, excitement, all of those things. So if I can tell the truth with my body, can I tell a lie with my body?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, can anybody give me an example? Go ahead.
You're feeling depressed as all get out, and you still put on a smile so people don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah, someone says, you're okay? Right? And you're not. Right? So you can do that. Another one, the biggest lie that I can think of is Judas. How did Judas tell a lie with his body? What? He kissed Jesus. Was he telling him he loved him? What was he doing? Yeah, so he kissed him, which means love, right? But he was betraying him. So he was telling a lie with his body. He wasn't saying with his body what he was really doing, okay? So we can tell the truth with our bodies. We can lie with our bodies. Pope St. John Paul II said, the body and only the body is capable of making visible the invisible, the spiritual and the divine. Okay, God always builds the spiritual on the natural. Start paying attention to that in the Bible. He talks about things, and he gives some example of something that we can see, okay? And he tells us about something we can't see, like the vine and the branches. I am the vine, you are the branches. Is Jesus really a tree and, we're branching off of his vine? Is that really what it is? No, he's trying to tell us something, right, about our relationship with him. And so he's always building the spiritual on the natural, and he's making visible the invisible. He's making visible something that we can't see otherwise. Okay, just like in the women's session, Emily had that jar, and it represented what? Yeah, our heart, right? The jar was our heart, and she was filling it up with things that we desired, right? So she made something visible. You can't see her heart, but she was showing us something, making visible the invisible. Okay? So talk about this some more. We've said the body and only body is capable of making visible the invisible. So our bodies are supposed to make something visible that's invisible. Okay, so keep that in your head, and the spiritual and the divine. We're going to talk more about that in a little while. So we were created with this deep longing, aching desire within ourselves to love and to be loved. We all want deeply to love someone else and to be loved by someone else. Truly loved. We can hear it, we can see it in our culture, in our music, in the movies we watch, in the books we read. And I'm not talking about, just religious movies or books or music. I'm talking about all of it. Think of your favorite song, and you turn that song up to hear it. It's speaking something, right? It speaks so many times over and over and over again of this desire we have to love and to be loved. Now the only problem is sometimes this music and movies and books that we have, they're not talking about love that is real and true love. Okay, they're talking about lust, the using of another person for our own selfish desires. Okay, there's a big difference between love, true love, and lust. Okay, loving is making a gift of ourselves to another person. Okay, in Gaudium et Spes, which is the document written after Vatican II, if you want to know, man cannot fully find himself except through a sincere gift of himself. We have to make a gift of ourselves, even know ourselves. We can't find ourselves until we make a gift, because that's what we were designed to do. We were designed to make a gift of ourselves, and we're not going to know ourselves until we do that. Okay, John Paul II, no,